Good morning. Another week has flown by. We're already past tax day, so I hope everybody has submitted their taxes for the year 2025, and I'm hearing most people are going to be getting some refunds. So uh, maybe you have a little bit of joy coming to you and a check coming from IRS. I wanted to talk to you today about the importance of exercise, and I know we see more and more people are out walking. We see more and more people working out in gyms today. I am a member of LA Fitness, and it's always interesting checking in and walking past all of the weight training and the big, strong-looking men and women that are just lifting and pressing and doing all kinds of weightlifting. Raises to me the question about, so what are the right exercises that we should be doing? And here comes the October newsletter of the Harvard Health Letter. The May, it's not October, the May 2026 newsletter coming out of the Harvard Health Letter that has a great article on the different types of exercises and how they're linked to a longer lifespan. So I always come back to people as I have a chance to talk to them sometimes. If I'm in the locker room and there's a moment to talk to people, or sometimes if you sit in the steam room and get a chance to talk to a few people that are interested, or it's quiet and you don't talk to anybody, but it depends. And it's always interesting to ask people, so why do you exercise? And it's like a dumb question. What do you mean, why do I exercise? Well, you're exercising because you want to look good? Are you exercising because you want to feel better? Do you exercise because you want to have a longer life expectancy? I mean, what's the purpose? You want to minimize any risk you have to heart disorders? Why are you exercising? Because it takes some time and you have to prioritize it into your schedule. People are busy today. It's like, my goodness, I can't think about how many people I'm talking to that just feels like they're go, and trying to take care of the kids and doing shopping and doing a second job, trying to figure out how to pay their bills. I mean, people are in a go. And so here it comes the question, so is it important to exercise? Yes. Well, is it important to vary your exercise? And here comes the newsletter. Doing different types of exercise are linked to a longer life. All right, now I'm back to my first question. Why do you exercise? Are you exercising because you want to be healthy? You want to look good? What's the reason? And if overall reason you want to have a longer life, well then here comes, variety is the spice of life. And when it comes to exercise, engaging in a variety of different types may help extend your life, according to the study done by researchers at Harvard's Chan School of Public Health. So why do we exercise? If you want to have a longer lifespan, then obviously just working on the muscles and looking good, right? I got the strong abs here, not abs, pecs. I've got good strong biceps, and I walk around looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I guess, which isn't too bad. That's one reason. But are you exercising your aerobics, your anaerobics? Are you doing a variety of exercise that helps with multiple functions of the human system, the human body? And I call it a system because everything is connected to everything else, as we learned from Leonardo da Vinci hundreds of years ago. And so what are the types of exercise that they are recommending here in the Harvard Health Letters? Researchers relied on a lifestyle change or data collected from 111,000 people over 30 years. I mean, you want to talk about a substantial study, 111,000 people over a 30-year period of time? I'd pay attention to that. I'd say, what are they saying? I mean, what did these people, first, how did you find 111,000 people? And then how did you keep them engaged over 30 years? But those are the kinds of studies, if you're interested in the longer life expectancy, these are the kinds of studies, to me, I think are worth having federal governments invest in terms of life expectancy. The participants reported how much time per week they spent doing different types of physical activity, which included walking. Yeah, like let's not sit on the couch and watch 3 hours of TV every night. Let's get out and take a little walk. After dinner wouldn't hurt you. We're reading more and more about that. How about getting on a bicycle? And we don't need to get on a speed bike. I can't tell you, driving along sometimes, especially on weekends, you get a trail of bike riders that are doing the speed biking, and they're sitting on this tiny little thing that looks like a pea that they call their seat, and they're just hunched over and they're pedaling away. How about just getting back to a bike you might have had when you were a young 12-year-old or something, and just get up and down the street and just pedal on a safe street or in a park. Lots of parks have bike trails and bike paths now. So you can bike, walking, you ought to be able to do that. Maybe even you can find some steps and say, be conscious. So today I was looking for helping Evelyn out and walking, since she's had some surgery done. We went to the pool. Guess what we have at our pool? Steps. So she can go up and down, and I helped her get up and down the steps 4 or 5 times to go down 5 steps and go into the pool. Now, not into the pool because with her surgery she can't go and get her wound in the water. So we walked down the steps. I got her up to her thigh and turned around and came back and had her do that multiple times. So be creative where you might find steps. My goodness, how many times people avoid steps? Parking at the closest spot so we don't have to walk as far to the front office. If it's not pouring rain or freezing cold, take the furthest spot. Walk a little bit longer. How about lap swimming? You jump in the pool. All the exercise gyms today, all the fitness gyms have got lap pools. You can go in and do some laps. I find myself now working towards doing at least 1 mile of lap swimming every week. So I go 3 times a week and do a third each time. How about that? Playing racket sports. Pickleball has become the big rage these days, except some people are overdoing it on the knees, but pickleball, not a bad sport. Tennis is not bad. Handball. Now you can lift some weights. We're not saying weightlifting is a bad thing. Weightlifting is a very good thing. It helps build the muscle, which helps do a lot of other things to our body, but lifting weights is not a bad thing. How about going to yoga classes? You see lots of yoga classes and lots of different exercise classes in gyms today. They bring experts in that bring a variety of different exercises. How about doing some yard work? At this time of the year, we're going to do some digging and shoveling and replanting, getting out there before the sun burns you out, and getting out into your yard and doing some yard work, some physical activities. House cleaning a little bit, garage, cleaning out your garage is a good time of the year. It's amazing what we can accumulate in a garage during a period of winter months. So getting out and doing that, any type of movement, we keep seeing more and more where people are so sedentary and they're sitting and watching versus getting up and walking about. I know I save about a half hour of exercise in the evening, so I'm not sitting just watching TV, but I get a half hour of my stretching, my flexibility. And so I might even do some curls with my 5-pound dumbbells and things. But I'm doing a variety of different exercises. So I'm swimming every day. Today I did a mile's worth of walking. I would be running, except I messed up my lower back for a bit. And it's finally beginning to get to where I can at least walk and not feel getting stabbed in my lower back. So I'm making progress in that arena, but I'm very focused on my flexibility. I have some weights that I do every other day. I have my flexibility bands that I'm using every other day. So I've got a regular routine that I'm making a priority and making time for, so they get a diversity of it. Now, what's the benefit of all this? So here we go. The data on different exercise patterns to when and how the participants passed away. Do you want to live longer is the question. People with the highest variety of exercise, so those with the variety of, so I may have swam, I may have walked, I may have done a bike ride, I may do some yoga, I may do some, I'm a gardener, I love to plant and things. People with the highest variety of exercises were 19% less likely to die prematurely compared to those with the least amount. This held true of every level of physical activity, regardless of how much time people spent in doing their exercises. To me, that's pretty significant. 111,000 people over 30 years. I pay attention to that study. And what's interesting is we're seeing more and more research and more articles are talking about the benefits of exercise, whether it be just the flexibility, whether it be a walk after dinner, maybe it be getting out and taking a light jog for 10 minutes. It's not like you got to be ready to train for the marathon. It's just being active, keeping your muscles and flexibility moving, keeping your legs and your thighs and your calves stretching out, and then reaping the benefits of it. Why do you want to live longer? Answer that question and the rest will fall into place. And here we are, another week, middle of April already, taxes are done, getting ready for summer, school should be out in another month or so, and it's time for the summer joy. So everybody stay well, keep your exercising going, and keep doing your mental exercises as well. We'll see you next week.